Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I just want to thank you guys. From the bottom of my soul, I thank you for all of your kindness and support about, the videos and all that. And so it's a huge consensus. I'm just going to do videos the way I want to do them. And if they run long and you don't want to watch it all, you don't have to. You can either fast forward or you can move on. I don't know what else to say about that. I love you guys. You are awesome. Like, just amazing. I feel so much better today. I've been just kind of a hot mess for a little over a week because it's just all new to me, and I know it's all silliness and it's just the way I am. So, but I thank you. I thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my soul. It's just been just amazing. Sorry, I'm just moving some paper. But so anyway, this magazine that I got, or old book, I'm not sure, I think it's an old book, I got from my friend Denise at Wondubar Crafts, and I had a wonderful subscriber. She goes by Tundra Maybell, who commented and said that this is actually Swedish, this book or magazine, whatever it was. Iden, or I know I'm butchering it. I don't really know how to pronounce it. Iden or Eden, I don't know. Is a Nordic goddess who carries apples in an esky, and I'm not sure what that is either, for the gods who bite into the apple when they get old, to rejuvenate and to stay young forever. So I thought that was really cool. So that's what this is. It's Swedish, not German. Denise and I just didn't know. And so anyway, very cool. I love any history that you guys want to share like that. Love stuff like that. So that was awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Maybell. I really appreciate it. So I got the signatures all sewn in, and I didn't do that on camera. I'm sorry. I did that last single one, and it's the same thing as I did in that last video with the fern journal, where I did one. Instead I did three. Okay, it just takes forever, and it's kind of tedious and can be annoying, so I just don't like doing it on camera, and I apologize for that. But I did do that last one, so if you want to check that out, it's doing that those same exact steps. I just did it 3 times instead of 1 time. So I have this hooked on. I did put some lace down this part of the spine just to cover up the strings. Sometimes I want to see them, sometimes I don't. So it just depends on the mood I'm in, I guess. And so I got this lovely crochet from Lori. Thank you so much, Lori. I really, really appreciate it. So I thought it would be fun to use a bit of this on the cover, and I'm not exactly sure how this is going to go. It may work, it may not work, but we're going to try it. And I may put a tie on at the same time. I kind of want to like see this rose, that kind of thing. I like that look. This is why I put the lace on the spine, because you can see, there's some big pieces there that are gone. But then I thought it would be fun to come back here with more of it. I'm just not sure how I want to cut this. And I see people and they put bits here and there of this, and I've just never done it. So bear with me. I'm going to cut, and I probably want to cry when I cut it. This is hard for me. I don't know. It's hard for me to cut these things because I know somebody put tons of work into this, and it's hard. But this is what it was meant for, so this is what it's going to get used for. It's giving it a second life. That's what we have to tell ourselves. And then I think, do I want to come like in a little? So these are more like this. I think so. Sorry, now I'm concentrating. I hope you're all having an awesome, awesome day. I love you guys. You guys are so amazing. Like I said, I've just kind of been a little crazier than normal. The That's kind of my style anyhow. I'm just one of those worrywart people, like even if I don't have anything to worry about, I worry. I don't know. It's really annoying, but it's just who I am. And I cannot believe I've gotten to 8,000 subscribers. So many of you commented yesterday and said, you're at 8,000, and I'm utterly stunned. Like, I think I'm just in shock about the whole thing because I never dreamed. I mean, like I've said, if you've watched my channel, I know a lot of you are new, so I'll tell the story, but my son and my husband are the one that got me into doing YouTube videos. They're like, why don't you just try it? And I was like, nobody's gonna watch me doink around on YouTube, you know, nobody. And my son was like, oh, just try it, Mom, it'll be fun, and you know, that. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'll try. And lo and behold, here I am at 8,000 subscribers, and I'm just utterly in shock. I cannot even believe, I can't believe it. I don't even know. But I thank all of you because you've just been super awesome to me and super supportive. And I really appreciate it. I think I'm just going to let these kind of hang down. I might want to at least make them even. This is always a trial, so I did not try this. Oh, I did cut them pretty even, didn't I? Okay. To see how it comes out, I don't know. These need to be snipped a little. Just snipping these little bits right here that were... But yeah, so that's how I started this whole journey, is just, you know, my son and my husband, just, you know, saying, just try it and, you know, you might really have fun or whatever. And then, like I said, here we are, and I've met amazing friends along the way. Both my Allie and Denise are friends that I have met here on YouTube. And Allie and I have really been together from the beginning. We both tried to get on Tracy Fox's design team, and neither one of us got on. So then we've just been really great friends ever since, and so that was awesome. It's like, that's why we were meant to do that. It didn't have anything to do with the design team. It had to do with finding each other, kind of. It was just, she's just so sweet. And if you haven't checked out Allie, the Cockney Crafter, she's amazing, so you might want to go over and check her out. She did some awesome boho beads. She's on my design team, along with Denise at Wondubar Crafts, Dee Dee Farago, Sammy Jarrad, Rachel at Roxy Creations. So if you don't know those ladies, you might want to check them out because they're amazing and do amazing, amazing work. All of them, and I so appreciate them. And I know Samantha and Dee Dee are going to do a swap with each other, so they're each going to make a design team journal and then swap them, so I thought that was a super fun idea. So I can't wait to see what they come up with for that. So yeah, it's just been so amazing. I feel so blessed. A little overwhelmed, as I've said, and that's just my natural being, so it's not anything that anybody's done or anything. I just get like that, and that's just the way I am and always have been. So my dad used to tell me, don't get all clanked up, because I do, that's what I do, but I get it from him, so I come by it honestly. It's funny when he would say that, because it's like, you're just as bad as I am. But yeah, he knew exactly the feeling and everything, so. And those of you that don't know, I was raised by just my dad. I mean, my grandparents were around too, of course, but my mom passed when I was very young, and so he was an amazing mom and dad. So when I lost him, that was rough, but you know, we all go through those things. Okay, I just want to make sure that it's nice here. I don't want it to look janky. And this got snipped, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this right here. It actually needs to come up a little higher. I hope you guys can see okay. And this might be super boring, and I apologize, but again, it is a process step, so it's kind of just what we do. And I'm kind of anal, so this can get tedious, I'm sure, to watch. So I have no issues with fast forwarding. Go for it. But I am not a professional film editor or paid actress by any stretch of the imagination, so yeah, I think you just got to keep that in mind. Just doing this on my own time kind of thing. And thanks for your response to my new Digi. That was a fun one. And like I said, I'd been wanting to do something with that for quite a while, and I just couldn't think of how I wanted it or what, but those ads are so amazing. And so once I decided that's how I wanted to do it, I was really excited. And I was excited at the way it turned out. I didn't want to like have to cut the ads up or anything like that. So I'm just back here putting a little glue under some spots along the spine to stick them down, because I know you can't see that right now. So I'm just, you know, like lifting little parts like that and putting a little bit of glue just to hold those in place so they don't come off. This has been super fun, Fern. I thank you for, you know, wanting this style and all that. It's one of my favorites. I mean, I really like a lot of different stuff. The only thing that I'm not great with is boho. I don't know why I struggle with boho. That's like, my brain doesn't. I did do one boho journal, but that was, it just didn't end well. I mean, the journal turned out beautiful, but the whole experience was not great. So anyway, doesn't matter. But yeah, that's one that I don't do much of, is boho. Alright, so I think I'm going to start getting some glue on these spots along here. Try to get it as flat as possible. It's, you know, a curved thing going on a flat thing, so that is always tricky. But I think it'll be alright. And if you want to use Fabri-Tac, definitely go for it. If that's your preferred glue, it's not really going to make that big of a difference. I prefer tacky glue. It works better for me. So yeah, just use what you like to use. I thought I, you know, wanted to do like stitch it on, but with the steps, you know, I had to get the signature sewn in and everything before I could put this on, so that makes it tricky. You could hand stitch it. I'm just not super great at that. But I know there's a lot of people that do slow stitching and stuff and that are just do beautiful work. So you could definitely do that if you are good at that. I never really learned to sew. Like I said, I lost my mom very young, and that was just something I never learned to do. So the sewing that I do on the sewing machine, I do, or I just kind of taught myself. I just have a Singer heavy-duty sewing machine, and it only does a few stitches because I was like, I don't want to get into some crazy machine that I don't even know how to work. So yeah, it just does some basic stitches, but it's, you know, it sews through thick pieces of fabric and paper and all of that really well because it's their heavy-duty model. I love it, but it's not fancy at all, but it works great. But I just kind of had to teach myself how to do that. I mean, my sister does sew, and, you know, she came and showed me, like, how to thread it and do stuff like that, but my sister's a little bit older than I am, so she did learn some things that I did not. Okay, now I'm going to take a little bit of this and just go under some of these spots here. But don't get me wrong, I had a wonderful upbringing. My dad was amazing. So I'm just, because this has this fine point, I'm just going under some of these areas and following along with the stitch, basically. And I'll probably let it dry, and then I'll go back, and anywhere I think needs something I'll add. And it's not like every single thing needs to be glued, it's just that you want to make sure it's not going to just fall off. Okay. I think that is looking good, and I'm okay with these just kind of flapping there. Just got some glue right here. Alright, I'm trying to think of what else I want to go on there. I think this is going to go around it, but I'll just have that tied on so that Fern can remove it if she doesn't want it on. She can either have it on or not have it on, kind of thing. Just I'm thinking it kind of needs a little something, I just don't know what. This is pretty. I don't know. How I want it. Great, right? Let's see, I've got some seam binding. I actually got this from Creative Cafe Girl, Susie. I kind of want more. Let's see, let's try one of these bows and see how that works. And this will be a little something I can show you guys if you don't know already. But we're just gonna make, like, you know, loops like a bow. And make another one, and you're holding that center so that they don't just come all flopping out. I usually do 3, but you could do however many you want. Where's mine there? Okay, and then I take another piece, which is smart to do first, if you're smart. And then you're just going to kind of lay it on there. And just tie it in the middle. And then you just got to kind of fix all the little bows. Oh, come on. got the extra pieces here. Oops, did I just pull that bow out, or was that? Okay, that's the knot. This is the one. I don't make very many of these, as you can probably tell. I don't know if I like that color with that. I mean, it goes good, I guess, with this. But I don't love it with the rest of it. That just wants to twist the wrong direction. And you can cut off these extra bits. They don't have to stay on here. Yeah, I'm not going to get that to lay the way I want it to. It works better with sari silk. I just don't have a color of sari silk that would go with this. Kind of liking that hanging down. But I don't know if that really goes with this crochet because it's a more of an ecru color. Let's go better. Yeah, I like that. That's better. I think I'm going to play with this more later because I'm not really sure what I want. So I don't want to make you guys watch me fiddle around with this forever. And then, you know, I'll show you the next time what I came up with. But we're going to work on some pockets because I know that's not fun to just watch somebody try to make up their mind there. Alright, so I just have some book page. That's 2 pieces of book page, you know, like the ones that we glue on and then they, you know, when I finish them up, I fold them in half. This is what these are. So I'm going to use those to make pockets for the front part of the journal. And I have the scraps and things that we've been using. And I've got some Tim Holtz wallpaper. Some of this lace would be pretty. Oops, sorry. Hit the camera. I was going to use this in a signature, but I ended up not. I don't know why I keep trying to tear on top of other things. It just doesn't really work. Great. I just want a piece. Do a tear across here. All right. Book to glue on, or at least pages. What did I do with it? So yeah, that's a little tip that's good sometimes if you're struggling with, you know, how something's coming together or whatever, then just put it aside for a little bit, because sometimes it doesn't work, and then all of a sudden you find something that works. But if you force it, I don't know, it just is, it's like it never will work. So at least that's what I feel like. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I just have to stop sometimes and do something else, and then it'll work out. So, but that, you know, could be just me. I kind of wanted that one on top, huh? Why I do that sometimes. It's like I forget what order I was going in. Okay, I need to figure out how far that goes. Is it that? It seemed like I just had a little bit down there to cover. Actually, I want this way. Fingers are all sticky. Do I like that or not? A piece of this down here. That's not enough. That would work though. Put the straighter line against the outside edge there. So I went to my kids' band concert last night, and that was a lot of fun. They did a great job. It was more of their concert version rather than, you know, marching band, that kind of thing. So they all did great. Talented kids. It's so crazy to see those kids, you know, like in my daughter's class, just how much they've changed in the last 4 years. Because, you know, I've been with a lot of those kids, well, even when they're in elementary school, so it's really crazy to see some of them now, how much they've grown, how amazing they are. Time goes so fast. Like, just enjoy your kids for sure. I know there's times when they're real little and you're having to do baths and just all the stuff that, you know, we do with those little kids, where you feel like, oh my gosh, are they ever gonna grow up and be able to do anything for themselves and all that? But then all of a sudden they're graduating, so it's crazy to think about how fast it all goes. You know, when they can't tie their shoes and you're running out of the house, and yeah, but it changes very quickly. A little bit crooked. Put like one of Rachel's butterflies would be kind of cool. I love these, but I know I've said this like a million times, but they're really kind of cool. I don't know what it is. They're sort of like have dots the way they're drawn, you know. They're just really, I don't know, it just makes them look older or something. I like them a lot. Very cool. This needs to get folded. My son has grown so much since last year. My husband and I were talking about it last night because he stands in the back because he's a percussionist. And like last year, a lot of times you couldn't even see him standing back there. But now he's, you know, head above the crowd kind of thing, and it's just crazy how fast that happens. Alright, so there's one pocket. Let's put a little notch in it. Okay, and now we'll do the one for the back of the book. So we'll go, or either way, it doesn't really matter. Oh, this is Medieval Mirage. These two are mine. This is Medieval Mirage. I think I'll use this kind of as a foundation again, just to, you know, keep some continuity between the two pockets. I think I'm going to turn it this way. I like this flower. It's just a little bit more off of one of these corners, and I'm not sure which one. That's stuck to my fingers. That's fine. This is too big, huh? Darn. Alright, we'll use something else. I've got some of these roses that are pretty. I have that big rose. I don't know if it would fit. This is my 1891 Digi. I'll have to rip it straight. Those laces are in my Antique Posy digital download. I've had a lot of questions about that lately. I mainly use digital downloads that I get from Etsy. I know there's a lot of people overseas that you know, don't know a ton about that, but you can definitely order, because I've had people from Austria and France and Japan and all over order digital downloads from me. So I know you can definitely get them off of Etsy. So I'm just going to take a little bit more of this off. And then I do use some scrapbook papers. I use Tim Holtz quite a bit. and things like that, but I really don't buy a whole lot of scrapbook paper anymore. A lot of the stuff that I have is from when I was, you know, making scrapbooks. And it's just, you know, left over, so I'm using it up. So unfortunately, I apologize, a lot of that is not available anymore. But I'll try to tell you guys if I'm using anything that, you know, you can get and is available. Because I know it's, you know, when you see it come together, you want the same kind of stuff, but you can use whatever you've got, obviously, and then, or if you like something better, like if you like some scrapbook paper better, you know, go for it. I'm just trying to kind of give you ideas of what you can do. You don't have to do it exactly the way I do it. Kind of like that. I'm going to cut this out, so if you don't want to watch me cut, go ahead and fast forward. I know it's boring. But some things I plan and some I just can't plan, you know, because I'm just doing what I do. I'm not, I don't know, some things are just hard to plan, and even when I do plan stuff, a lot of times I end up changing it, so I don't know. And of course, I'm not going to be for everybody, so, and I understand that. Joff always does these cool edges on her, this is Medieval Mirage, stuff, so it can be a little bit harder to cut out, but it looks really cool, and you can kind of just, you know, wibble wobble around with your scissors, and then when you ink it, you'll never know the difference, like if you left spots undone or whatever, because that is a little bit tricky. How long have we been going? 37. It's not too awful. Like that. For some reason I want to use this one. Can you guys tell? I keep bringing it out. I just really like it. No. Don't want to cover up a ton of stuff. What else do I have? A bird. It looks kind of too sideways there. That probably won't work. What else do I have? Got all kinds of stuff Bessie cut from Rachel and Tracy Fox. That one might look kind of cool. Scoot it over just a little bit so we can get the whole bird on there. Got Tim Holtz, paper dolls. Oh, did that one. Let's do this one. Yeah, I think I mentioned last time, but if you do the Tracy Fox birds and stuff, make sure you, you know, check your borders. You might have to do like a shrink to fit option or something like that, because the first batch I printed, like some of their tails and stuff got cut off. Some of them I'm not going to worry that much about, because I'll try to place them on a page in a way that, you know, maybe you won't really notice that, but other ones I had to toss because like their beaks got cut off and stuff like that. So just check your size before you print it if you go get those. And that happens, like I have to do that with my own digis too. Sometimes they, the whole shrink, I have to do like a shrink to fit on them because they just get chopped off. think some of this leaf might have gotten a little chopped off. I don't know. I don't want to chop off his tail if I don't have to. There we go. Alright, the only issue now is, can I do the circle full thing? Guess I'll just be careful. That looks right. That was close. But it worked. Yay. Okay. So now we've got this back and we're going to move this glue stuff. These are going to go on the inside and the back, like right here. Oh, you know what I want to do? I'm going to go stitch around these real quick and then I'll be right back. Okay, hi, I'm back. So I stitched around them and I just did, you know, the 3-side kind of thing. And I would have actually stitched them onto the journal, but that never would have worked. It's so thick, especially the front now. It's just like major thick. So I'm going to tacky glue these because I really trust tacky glue to stick the best. But you do you. That's all I can say. I'm going to come closer to this edge than, you know, the middle edge. My little clips here just to make sure this stays down nicely. And that, I just have to hold a second. Okay, let's go to the back. And I will be signing it. I just haven't got that far yet. How far off the mark did I go? Let's see. I'm just looking over there to the front to see. Sorry, I was kind of off camera, huh? Apologize. Alright, so I'll kind of give you guys a little mini flip through because I've just done a couple of things that I haven't done with you. You guys saw that. And there's going to be more stuff that I'm going to need to do because that's the one we did together. I did that one. The one I did yesterday that was kind of fun was, if I can find it, this whole page of stitched on lace. So it's one whole pocket. So I just stitched, you know, around a whole square of lace, and I stitched on 2 pieces of extra lace here. And then I made a journaling card out of Tim Holtz wallpaper, and I just liked this design. I don't really want to cover it with anything. So Fern, I'll leave that up to you. If you want to put something on there, then of course do that. But I kind of just like it the way it is. And I also made this journaling card. And so I think that's going to go in one of the pockets. So I put it in this one for now since it's the closest to being dry. I like that rose sticking up out of there. So that is kind of where we're at the moment. So I think we'll stop there for today, and then I will think of some more stuff to do tomorrow. So I hope you guys have an awesome day. Again, I cannot thank you enough. There are no words to express how thankful I am for all of you. I really appreciate it, and I love that so many of you like craft with me, you know, like put me on and then craft along with me. I think that's super fun, especially, you know, all those people in faraway places. How amazing is that, that we could live so far apart and be able to craft together. I mean, it's awesome with people in the United States too. It's just kind of fun to think about that. And I'll try to think of what I want to do on the front of this. I just got this and then I don't know what else to do. So I will chat at you guys again soon. Talk later. Bye-bye.